Following the 2023 general election, the All Progressive Congress-led government, after assessing the outcome, is widely believed to have adopted a strategy aimed at weakening opposition parties by fostering internal divisions. This approach has created an increasingly difficult and unstable environment for key opposition figures, including Mr. Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, and Rabiu Kwankwaso. Concerns about political ethics have been further heightened by reports that a former Speaker of the House of Representatives and a prominent APC chieftain was recorded encouraging a member of the ADC who had intended to defect to remain with the party in order to sow discord and destabilize its structures. Such conduct, particularly when associated with an individual regarded as a statesman, raises serious questions about leadership standards and the integrity of the political process. Indeed, actions of this nature fall far short of the dignity expected of true statesmanship and are deeply disheartening. Within the Labour Party, internal disputes have further illustrated these challenges. A party convention recognized Nenadi Usman as chairperson, a decision upheld by the courts. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, declined to acknowledge her leadership for several months. This prolonged uncertainty contributed to Peter Obi's eventual departure from the party to the ADC. Subsequent developments only deepened the crisis. A previously resigned chairman later claimed his resignation had been made under duress, triggering a chain of legal disputes that escalated even to the Supreme Court. Rather than delivering a decisive resolution, the matter was referred back to a lower court, raising concerns that by the time a final judgment is reached, critical electoral deadlines may have passed, effectively excluding key opposition figures from the ballot box. For many, this pattern has come to define the experience of opposition politics in the country. And Peter Obi had reiterated over and over again that the ruling APC do not want him to be in the ballot. In recent developments, however, a significant number of former ADC members have moved to the NDC, a shift that some regard as a pivotal moment in Nigeria's political evolution. There is a growing belief that the persistent instability across opposition parties, from the NMPP in relation to Rabiu Kwankwaso, to the Labour Party and later the NADC, has not been coincidental, but part of a broader and sustained pattern. Yet, despite these obstacles, opposition leaders and their supporters have continued to demonstrate resilience, pressing forward with renewed determination. A defining moment came during Peter Obi's acceptance into the NDC, where he made a solemn appeal to the APC-led government to refrain from further interference in opposition affairs. He emphasized his commitment to building a credible and constructive opposition capable of strengthening Nigeria's democracy rather than expending energy on protracted legal battles. He also urged party members to avoid unnecessary litigation and focus on the broader national interests. At this moment, there exists a cautious but genuine sense of hope, a belief that progress remains possible. However, that hope is contingent upon the creation of a political environment in which opposition parties are allowed to function freely and participate meaningfully in the democratic process ahead of the forthcoming elections. Meanwhile, the nation continues to grapple with pressing and undeniable challenges. Across Nigeria, citizens face unreliable electricity supply, forcing businesses to rely heavily on generators and significantly increasing production costs. Poor road infrastructure and limited access to piped water further compound the daily struggle of millions of Nigerians. In light of these realities, the responsibility now rests with the Nigerian people, particularly the youth, as the next election approaches. It is imperative they must obtain their voter's card. It is sacrosanct, and we must actively engage in the democratic process. Accountability must not remain a distant ideal because we can't leave it for any other person. We must do it ourselves. We must save ourselves from this doom that these people have pushed to the Nigerian people. We must demand accountability and ensure that it's enforced. And in these efforts of ours, every vote must truly count, because a new Nigeria is possible. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Do like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you.